As part of Tomorrow Today, I'm going to present my project Importance of Forest Cover. Forest coverage is decreasing constantly. 45% of the original forest cover has already been disappeared. This is vast and global problem, and there is a steady decline in the forest cover. And governments and industries are not serious, and public is unaware. This apathy is evident towards recent response of the government towards forest fire in Australia, California, and cutting of rainforest in Amazon. Youth needs to come forward with handy solutions that can have multiple effects and contribute to promote importance of forest, sustainable ecosystem, and advocate for quality life for all. Now, when we talk about why youth and behavior change is very important to make a sustainable environment, when we see India is almost of 20% of the world's youth share, approximately 90% of adolescents are in school and are touched with the schools. Behavior change is easy and long-lasting in adolescent age. We have seen many change makers and strong advocates for sustainable environment emerging in this age group. Environment education is already part of school curriculum, which make it easy to reach the families and peer support through their school. This project aims to create awareness and providing simple solutions to the people, especially young adolescents, to adopt and practice in daily life. By doing this, it will help leaving a green mark on the planet and build a sensitive, environment-friendly youth. The solution will be based on 4 strategic pillars: awareness and education, engaging stakeholders, creating resource pool, and volunteering and networking. And this proposed solution would include specifically following intervention areas. In awareness and education, awareness campaigns for environment building, continuous messaging to constant reminder and identifying motivators, leaders, and creators. Third, training for knowledge and capacity building. In engaging stakeholders, first, create networks of youth groups. Second, community participation to dismantle knowledge. Third, mobilizing local government and advocating actions and programs. In volunteering and networking, first, outdoor activities with students as future volunteers. Second, ecotourism and a creative solution. Third, community reach integration. In creating resource pool, using information and communication technology, ICTS, for creating online database. There are many SDG being addressed, but the main SDG being addressed is SDG 15. The protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystem, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation and halt biodiversity loss are related to targets 15.1 to 15.5. The first implementation plan is designed. The plan has 3 phases, where my project focuses only on 2 phases within a time of 2 years. Year 1, we will start by piloting in our own school, MGT school. Second, in year 2, we will start modeling in all government schools of Jaipur and strategic reformulation of scaling. In year 3, we will sharing of learning of the project with Department of Education, Government of Rajasthan, sharing with interested public and private schools. Second, we will include the strategy, which will have the other activities included. In awareness and education, we have some activities like we can conduct rallies, organize folk drama, communicate digital messages to social media. We can have weekly printing messages for campaigns. We can acknowledge best entry with the solutions. We can have conduct workshop with experts. We can have students visiting specialized organization like government department, NGOs, United Office, like UNEP. In engaging stakeholders, we can have following activities like we can create youth groups like Be a Change. We can organize meetings. We can share our knowledge from the workshops. We can submit students' resolution for action required to the government. In volunteering and networking, we have some activities like we can facilitate a tour or track in the forest areas from classes 6 to 12. We can mobilize volunteers. We can have group project competition, and the best solution will be acknowledged. Then we can engage scout and guide and mobilize students, peers, friends, and families. We can have creating resource pool. We have some activities like we have updated database of forest coverage in India. reference document on existing studies and reports on forest cover, video and documents on best practices and innovation across India for conservation of forest, and list of NGOs, institutions, groups working for conservation of forest coverage. And third, we have timeline and milestone. We will be discussing of 2 year timeline. We have divided into many steps. First, we will prepare dedicated core group and division of work. Then after that, we will approaching a school principal and stakeholders. Then we have a lot of time for intervention from 1 to 10, and between that, we will obviously be discussing internal assessment and addressing barriers. And last, we will be consolidating learnings for scaling up the model. Since the proposal plan is school based and many of the activities would be done through school funds and through school co curricular activities, but to attain the project goals, funds would be required to implement the project. So, we have some sources of financing. We can have our own principal from our school, we can have Government of Rajasthan, Department of Forest, and Department of Education, NGOs working with environment, crowdfunding. We have all the activities listed during the budget requirements of total of 18 lakh 70,000.